Hello out there, this is still your boy Osiklu, and I officially welcome you to another episode of Trending Reality with OC. And on this episode today, I believe you're going to be seeing reality from a different perspective, because I always like working with veterans, people who knows the source of a good taste, because without the sauce you can never have a good taste. And that is the more reason why today's episode on Trending Reality with OC is going to be what you will like to see. So I will be going on a short break right now, and immediately I'm back. I will introduce you to our guest in the house. He's someone you will always like to see, because as far as he is concerned, this is reality. Yeah, it's always good coming to meet you guys out here, because you guys, you're really the source of why I'm in here. Doing this, always to give you what you want from reality side of life, has always been a yearning in me. And that is the more reason why I just say Trending Reality with OC has to be something which you out there have to fall in love with. So without taking much of your time, I'm with my guest. And he's someone, I don't want to talk much. He's a veteran. You know I like veterans, you know. And he goes by the name Mr. Daniel Unaam, popularly known as Dan Jiggy. I always like using that word. No bomb, no jiggy, no jiggy, no bomb. You get to figure out that today.
Yeah, thank you, Osiklu.
boss.
Thank you,
boss.
thank you.
It's always good.
I'm happy to be here with you.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good. Boss, I don't want to beat about the bush.
Okay.
This is reality.
Okay.
It's called Trending Reality with OC.
Okay.
And under Trending Reality with OC, the viewers out there have a desire which must be fulfilled.
Yes.
Getting the truth from the right source.
Okay.
And I know you as a veteran, and you are a right source.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you can just give them a little bit of Daniel Unaam, aka Dan Jiggy, at least for their own enlightenment.
Okay. My name is Daniel Unaam. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. I was born and brought up in Lagos.
Wow.
I went to school here in Lagos then. I went to my secondary school in Akwa Ibom State, just to go back to understand my language very well.
Definitely.
Then I came back here to Lagos, started my life here again after my O-levels from Akwa Ibom State.
Wow. And you already heard that. Not that Dan Jiggy just opened the wardrobe, jump out, and became Dan Jiggy. As you've heard, he was born and brought up in Lagos, but has to go back to his own source, which is his own root, just to be able to maintain that name.
Yeah. Unaam's from Unaam's family.
From Unaam's family. And that is the reality side of life, because today I get to see most of the stars, when you ask them their name, they get to tell you Daniel Edward.
Okay.
You know, you get to wonder, where are these people from?
Yeah.
If you are Daniel Edward, you should be in the Caribbean or be in the States.
Okay.
You know, it's all good, but if I can ask, since this is reality, you went for your schooling just to develop
to get my O-levels first, then come back to Lagos.
Most especially your culture itself,
yes.
just to be able to fit in to your culture.
Yeah.
Back then, how were you feeling about it? Living here, going to your place, just to get acquainted with your language and all that. Wasn't all that stressful for you?
No, it wasn't, because that the way you see, I love that, because my father couldn't speak even Yoruba when he was here in Lagos.
Wow.
Then I myself, I have to go back to my place to be able to understand little things, because without going to that place to go to school, I would not be able to understand my language. If you see some of our people here, the one they born in Lagos, some of them, they don't know how to speak our language. So it's always good to go back to your place, to know what is going on, so that anytime you're going back, anywhere you're hustling and you want to go back home, you will not be a new person in your place.
Definitely.
So that was the reason why I had to go back home. Even when my father said that I should go back home to go to school, I was happy, because I discovered that I knew so many things that he himself, when he was out of our place, that he couldn't to get it back again.
Wow. And a lot out there, I don't want to really beat about the bush. As you all know, we are just coming in.
Okay.
Trending reality with OC is just about to evolve right now because we're working on going to the next stage.
Okay.
And before we do that, I would like us to go on a short break. And immediately we are back, you're going to be seeing more of Danjigi because we are just getting started. Okay? See you just in a few minutes.
My name is Solomania. What I understand about sound engineering is all about a person who mix and master a song, as who know the quality of the sound. So that's what I understand about music.
When we are talking of sound engineering is a combination of different elements that combines together to form sound. Some sound are psychedelic, while some are android. So as a result, sound engineering are the combination of sound.
We are talking about sound engineering. Well, to my understanding, sound engineering is a fine-tune of two combination of elements that brings out a better sound. That is when you bring out two words, two sounds that are meaningful to our own hearing, then you can be able to pass through some process in it.
I'm talking about sound engineering. Sound engineering is the combination of fine tune the sound to bring that sound that you want, that particular sound you want.
Yeah, welcome back. I am still here as usual. Your boy Osiklu. I won't go nowhere as far as I'm chilling with the Don. And you know what it means to be with a veteran. You have to exercise some patience so you get what you actually come for. So you're welcome, and my guest is definitely still in the house. So
I'm still here, you know.
the Don.
Yeah.
I would like using that word, the Don, because if you get to look at the whole scenario, you are a Don. Even if the masses choose to agree or not.
Okay.
Like I always remember years back, you kept using one slogan that professionals are made, they are not born. You understand? And because of that, it takes me to this particular segment that I'm about to highlight on. Like this segment, I choose to call it the credibility segment because I believe everybody is coming from somewhere.
Okay.
You actually started this dream, something led to your motivation, something inspired you. You normally have those spots, you were having your phone that gave birth even to the name Jiggy. I don't know if you can just enlighten us a bit.
Thank you. I don't have much to say. You see, I started audio engineering when I was 17 years old.
Wow.
After my O-levels, when I came back to Lagos, I had a cousin at Digitrack Studios before. He was a public relation officer, and then they used to, Tunde Jedidu is the owner of Digitrack. He used to train people, and we were into jingles. So my cousin came back home, came to the house and told me, Dan, can you apply as a trainee sound engineer? I said, yes. Since I'm not doing anything, and I read science school, I had to apply. The following day, I went to the place, they gave me an interview, then I started work. I was supposed to be a trainee for like 9 months, but because of what I love to do, because I always loved music when I was in school.
Definitely.
I was in boarding school, I used to jump fence too.
For those of you jumping fence, it's not an opportunity for you to keep jumping. You have to jump for a reason.
I had this opportunity, I had to go back
Yeah.
The same thing, the thing that I used to do before, jumping fence to go to this school every day. And when my cousin said I should come, I said, okay, no problem, I had to go. But I was supposed to do the training for 9 months, but I did it for 3 months.
Wow.
I could be able to work with Tunda, be able to mix some jingles like Wema Bang, Allied Bang, First Bang, Medic 55.
Wow.
Then many more, Fuma Fruit Juice, and many more. Then I worked with Digital for 6 years. That was 1989 to 1995.
Wow.
Then I discovered that there was a new studio that the Dolphin Studios built, Emeka Ogo, is the owner of Dolphin Studios. And he now called all of us. Let's say he bought us over because we were good. Shola Kimber was handling the editing suite and graphic studio. The Monster was still handling the editing suite too. We were having non-linear and linear studios. Yeah. But in audio, we were having analog digital. But then, because it was pure analog, reel to reel.
Yeah.
From reel to digital recording system, QBSS, audio. I know most of the people will know, but it's only me that knows. So, when I came to Dolphin, then I became their production manager in Dolphin Studios. We had 3 studios. We had analog, we had pure digital studio, then we have a mini studio for mastering. So when I started working with them, that was when we started hip hop in Nigeria. We started hip hop in 1997 with Mosha Komo, from Mosha Komo to...
You hear that?
To You Don't Hit My Car,
You know?
to Mosherire,
You know?
then from there to Plantation Boys, You and I meant to be together. Yeah.
Wow, that's way back.
When I did the job for them, then there was a guy that came from Zaire, Shamanto Nkole of Zaire, before they brought Awilo. Even when they brought Awilo, Awilo was asking Shamanto, why did they bring me to Nigeria when you are here?
Wow.
Because he was a guru. Then I could remember the day the Shamanto flew, the guy sang with Kofi Olomide. I didn't get all this. Yeah, the guy came to the studio. We worked together before he traveled to Paris the following day.
Wow.
Then there was a time Chaka Chaka came in with Saminido. They came to Nigeria, recorded Chaka Chaka. Chaka Chaka wanted to take me to South Africa, but my MD said, no, how much are you going to pay him? Because this is the only person that can handle my studio for now. Then from when, unfortunately, when my Oga died, 2000, my MD died in 2000, then I had to stay for some time and work with the woman.
Yeah.
Then I left Dolphin to Kenny's Music to work with Kenny's. That was when I did Grass to Grace for Two-Face and Sound Sultan.
Wow.
Then some of the Hazardous songs. And we now beef up, still go. And when I went to Kenny's Music, that was when we started to use Pro Tools. I bought Pro Tools for me 6.2. Now I can use Pro Tools to 10 to 11.0.
Wow.
From 6.2 to
That's a
6.2
big,
to 11.0.
big. That's a big movement.
Yeah.
Like
Then
seriously.
when I was in Kenny's Music, I was still working outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was their permanent engineer, but I was still working out. Then I worked with Paul Play too.
That's IK, Paul IK Dairo.
Yeah. Then I had more experience by using Logic Audio. You understand? Then when I was in the Dolphin Studios, Emeka brought a lecturer from Manchester Medical College
That
to
is
lecture us for 6 months. He paid £6,500. Though the guy was into jungle and bass and drums music, all this techno.
Yeah.
But I was still focusing on what is going to happen in Nigeria. But we got an idea from there. Even when my MD traveled, the guy gave us an exam because we were affiliated to Manchester Medical College. So the exams we took, I got excellent.
As usual.
So that's why I always say professionals are made not
born.
Because when the little I knew that time, I had to nurture it, work hard and strive for profession to become what I am today.
That is exactly the point I'm coming to. Like those of you out there, you're hearing what the Don is talking about. On a serious note, if you, on your own conscious side, you choose to weigh what he's talking about, it wasn't done in a day.
Yeah.
It wasn't just done in a week.
Yeah.
These things took years. They took years, they took all the pains, they took all the stress, they took all the energies. But on one particular mission, which he never refused to stray away from.
That's why, also, you see, as I am here with you for the reality show, I'm happy because this is the chance. I've been looking for this opportunity to be able to educate other people in the same field that I understand very well. You see, this audio engineering, of a thing is something that you have to be totally consecrated to the job. And if you want to become a good engineer or a good producer, you have to listen to all types of music. So that was the reason why I said because of the love I had for music, that was the reason why I had been able to bend down my head and face the studies judiciously. Because I knew very well that youths are future leaders and it will end up with us. Before, remember when they were playing Nigerian music on Channel O, they used to play it in the midnight. But now, Nigerians are collecting award. I could remember the first award that Two-Face collected for African Queen. Yeah. After that, Grass to Grace, from Grass to Grace up to today is still on the move. Now there are little youths now that are coming in now. Then youths that are coming in now. Yeah, then that's why you see us today. We are still here. I don't know, my mate. I don't know where they are because I'm still stubborn in the industry. The more I grow, the more I make it more because I work hard for it.
Okay, you've been listening to what the Don is telling you and I, because I know as you're sitting down there, you're learning from what is going on in here. So just sit back, relax. We'll go on the break now, and immediately we come back, you get to hear more, because there is more from where this is coming out from. So just sit back, relax, and we'll be back in a jiffy. Welcome back. This is still Trending Reality with OC Clue, and I'm still with the Don because he's live and he's direct. You know, everything you get to hear is the truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. So I know you're there, you're enjoying yourself. Why? Because we choose to dish out what you are supposed to know. So on this segment, the Don, I would like to really highlight more, because I want those who are seated out there to have this feel, this interactive feel with reality itself. Some people choose to hide behind fame, some people choose to lie, some people choose to survive with hype, some people choose to just say, oh, I'm famous, I want to do this. From your own angle, how do you look at all these things sum up together?
You see, well, once I like what you're asking me, because once you're good in any field, you're good. If you don't know how to play football, no matter what you use, you can't play the football.
Definitely.
As I was saying before, this audio engineering of a thing is how you dedicate yourself, and it's tedious, and it's a very hard job. Most of my friends they have run away from audio engineering because it's not something that you think is like a kind of business, that you can just mold it and sell it, fry it and sell it. You have to sit down, because every 3 months, 6 months, there will be new equipment, new softwares. So once you nurture yourself, what you need is the basic. And now we don't have audio college in Nigeria, School of Audio Engineering. I pray to God for our people, our president, to understand that we need a college, School of Audio Engineering, that comprises of audio visual aids. What we are trying to do today is, because most of us, like we started from that Manchester, that my boss brought the lecturer to us, but most of the people, they don't have that opportunity to go to at least somebody to come and lecture them. But what I would advise them is, any book that you buy, any equipment that you buy, there must be little things that you understand in audio engineering. Then from there you know the basic, and then you nurture their talents well. I don't blame engineers and the producers in Nigeria, because if we have all these things, you understand, if we have audio college, things will be easy for us.
Definitely.
And the way we started music in Nigeria wasn't the right way, because then when you are a singer, they will tell you to go and sing like Sonede. I thank God today, hip hop, so many things has come to stay. in Nigeria. The high life that they did then is not the same high life that we are doing now. We modernize the high life to hip life, hip hop and high life now.
Definitely.
Now, what I'm trying to say is that, you see, most of our producers now and engineers, they want to hype themselves for what they don't know. And I want them to go back, at least any studio that you work, pick up the manual from there, go to internet. Thank God there's an internet now. Go to internet, you see so many colleges, then do online studies with them. Like me now, I'm trying to do online studies with School of Audio Engineering to be able to work with HD3D icon. That one is D command. That one you can record 96 people at the same time. It's 96 IO. You understand? They call it HD3, Produce HD3D icon. So most of the people, they don't know, because if they no matter how we struggle today, many people wants to open studio. I advise you people not to open studio for anybody that doesn't know what it's doing. And most of the producers now, I want us to work as a team, because there's a division of labor in audio engineering.
Yeah.
I just want people to understand this thing. In audio engineering, a producer is different from a recording engineer, and a recording engineer is different from mixing engineer and mastering engineer. If you want to study audio engineering, or if you want to do anything in audio engineering, choose one and forget the other. Like me, I understand basic production, I understand recording techniques, but I choose mixing. That's why you see me keeping on moving, working, because I know that mixing is the ability to get a pleasant and amplified sound to the ears, soft and clean, not distortion. No matter how you produce a song, if your mix, that's the end bit. If your mix is not good, the production is poor. You see, I advise most of the people here, most of our engineers, most of our producers in Nigeria today, they just want to do everything. It's not like that. That's why once you come to Further Math, I choose that name Further Math because I want people to think ahead of time. That's the motto of Further Math. Further calculation. Think ahead of time. Like now, if I update my equipment every 6 months, I update my softwares every 6 months. I belong to the trend every day. So I want producers, when you produce, go back, because if you want to make your name, it's a collective ideas. Yeah. Produce, send the job to, or if you can get a good recording engineer, pay a recording engineer to record, then you'll be there. Then send it to a mixing engineer. I don't know whether we have more than 2 or 3, but I know that we have 3 or 4 mixing engineers.
Like on that note, I know seated out there, they will be like, this man is talking about some deep techniques that most of the people don't really know anything about. Yeah. And I believe, I won't call it a rumor, I heard some time ago that you were actually the force behind most of our stars with their fresh projects, the likes of P Square.
Because I can remember year before last when they gave this song Forever for four engineers to mix, they couldn't mix it.
Wow.
But they called me, P Square had to call me, I went there, I mixed the song for 4 hours. The title of the song is Forever. Yeah. They gave it to 4, I don't want to mention them, to 4 mixing engineers. Wow. You see, this mixing of a thing is not something that you stand up one day and say you can mix. You have to start from analog, because in analog you see the hardware of what you're using inside the software. Definitely. Unlike the compressor. Sometimes once you see some engineers, you ask them, come, what do you use this compressor for? They don't know the usefulness of compressor, they don't know the usefulness of threshold, they don't know the meaning of ratio. It's the same thing that we read in physics in school. Definitely. Yeah, that same sound, the wavelength, the frequency, the time, everything is coming back to it. Even the microphone is the same Ohm's law that we read in physics.
I remember, like every normal star, every normal famous person, while coming up, they always have their hangout spots. Okay. They always have their favorite people that actually gingered, let me use the word gingered their spirit, increase the vibe in them. They have a lot that actually happen that they will feel, oh, the fans out there need to know, to let them understand that this is actually reality, it's not make-believe. You know, I don't know if you can just share a little light.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm happy. I've been able to trained some boys.
Okay.
Yeah, about more than 8 boys. About 4 of them, they have their own studio. I still have about 4 people with me in the studio. They're still training. As I was training too.
Like,
But youths of nowadays, they are not like we, like us. Then, when we started training, we put our mind and everything there. But now since it's pure digital, they think everything is easy. You can go into the software and manipulate, but they don't know they must be where you started from.
definitely.
Yeah, like when I talk about the hardware, well, I will still tell them because when anything I'm doing with them, I started from the hardware. So I thank God today, most of them can be able to know what is compressor, noise gate, and limiter, and everything. Okay, know how to record digitally. As I was saying, I'm trying to see who's going to be like me in mixing side. You understand? I'm trying to get somebody that will be like me. That will be. Actually, I don't have anywhere that I go to enjoy. All my life is in the studio at my house. I'm not a club freak. I don't go to club unless maybe my friend wants to take me to the club. But once it's 12 o'clock, I have to leave the club. I don't like club life because the little time I have for myself is to do a research. If I go home, I have a club in my house. The club in my house is DSTV. I watch it till 4 a.m. I go African Magic, watch anything, watch MTV Best, watch Trace. You understand? That's where I get my talent. I nurture my talent from.
Like, is there any particular thing that you feel has happened in the past that you feel those out there should really understand?
Yeah, you know, when you are a professional in the field, you know, everybody want to work with you. And if you know your job, everybody would like to work with you too. I can remember when Duncan came to Dolphin. I trained him for 4 years. Then after that, he said, "Baba, I want to sing." I said, "Okay, let's go ahead and do it because the spirit is willing and the flesh is willing."
Definitely.
It wasn't weak then. We made the first album, it was okay. Made the second album, it was okay. The third album, when I went to Port Harcourt, when he did Footprint, then he had a contract with Chris Air, and I could remember Chris Air was with Dr. Dre in the studio, and he called me, he asked me, "Which song are we doing?" We said Manu Chinuze. So when we finished the song, he said, "Jiggy, can you send the song to me?" We sent it to him through email. Then we mailed it. In the next 10 minutes, Chris called me. Said, "Jiggy, man, do you know I'm sitting down with?" I said, "No, I'm sitting down with Dr. Dre." I was so happy to be able to talk to Dre. Then Dre now said, "Okay, Jiggy, are you Jiggy?" I said, "Yes, I like that song that you make, that nice talent from Africa." That was what Dre said. That was a nice talent from Africa.
To me, I believe
And that was the most happiest thing in my life.
exactly what I
to be able to talk to Dr. Dre.
That's something big, you know.
Yeah.
To actually be in your studio,
Yeah.
working,
Then
you
somebody,
get to hear a different guru from a
from a
different continent will certify you.
Actually, Dr. Dre is my mentor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how you see things today.
Wow.
I'm still keeping on moving ahead. Another thing I wanted to do is, let's see, what I'm trying to say now is anybody that wants to do anything today should work hard, strive,
That is it.
make sure to take this thing as part of you.
That is it.
Yeah, because I don't know the time I'll go to club. I know my studio and my house is my club.
Okay, that is something that I believe you all out there, you all have a proper understanding of what Dan Jiggy just spoke about. It means hard work pays. And for the purpose that hard work pays is just the same thing as a trending reality. Because once it is reality and you are focused and you are dedicated and you are able to do your right research at the right time, put 1 to 2 and make 3, it go a long way to project what you want and end you up in where you want to be. And for those of you who are seated out there, as far as we end here, we'll keep giving you nothing but the truth, because that is reality. And until next time, I'm not running from you guys, because I will always remain your boy OC Clue, and this will always remain trending reality with OC. And until then, please stay blessed, and like I will always say, stay conscious, because you all need it. Okay? God bless.